Hello everybody, Sergeant Argubright here, and today we're going to be reacting to Texas versus California, and let's be deciding which state is better. So, if you know me, you'll know I'm from Texas, but maybe this video will change my mind. Maybe by the end, I will like California better. So, my fellow Americans, let's jump straight into this.
Large in terms of population and size, Texas and California have not only driven the U.S. economy since records began, they are both also among the largest states in terms of population and landmass. But when you put these two giants head to head, and with all else being equal, which state edges it as the most super powerful, awesome American state? In the red corner, we have the Lone Star State, famous for its once independence, as well as its massive landmass and oil-producing megapower. And in the blue corner, we have California, land of movies, magic, technological giants, and fine wine. What happens when we match up these two powerhouses? That's what we'll find out in this episode of the infographic show, Texas versus California. California, the Golden State, with a population of 34.9 million, is the most populous state in America, and to put that population into perspective, almost 1 in every 8 Americans is Californian. Texas, on the other hand, is the second biggest state geographically, with a 268,601 square miles land mass, and if it were a country, Texas would be the 40th largest in the world, just after Chile and Zambia. Texas has the second highest population after California and was its own independent nation from 1836 to 1845.
Yes.
The Texas Lone Star...
And they had way more land whenever they were independent than they do now. They had like lands in New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Colorado, I think. Yeah.
Our flag has 3 colors: red to represent courage, white for liberty, blue for loyalty, and the white star added during the battles between Texas and Mexico.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. Texas basically copied the United States with their stuff. The flag, they copied it. They copied the U.S. flag almost completely, and they basically copied the U.S. Constitution as well for their own constitution.
So during the 1830s, for purity. After Texas was annexed as an independent nation in 1845, Texans retained the right to fly their Lone Star flags at the same height as the national stars and stripes. California has more national parks than any other state, with
They must have a lot of respect, to be able to fly it, like, to the same height. Jeez.
9 of the total 59 national parks falling within the state's borders. It is also home to the world's tallest trees, the Hyperion, an 800-year-old redwood that is an impressive 380 feet tall.
800 years?
Estimated to contain 530 cubic meters of wood. Austin, Texas, meanwhile, is home to North America's largest urban bat complex.
Austin is not very good, by the way. If you live in Austin, I'm sorry, but that city is not very good. I've been there before.
With over 1.5 million of the creatures roosting under Congress Avenue Bridge and eating...
How do you fit that many bats under a bridge? Jeez. Like, what the heck? That's so many bats.
Around 20,000 pounds of insects every night.
That's disgusting. Jesus Christ. 1.5 million bats eating 20,000 tons of insects. I think that's what he said. That is a ton. That is more than a ton. That is a lot. That's mind-boggling. I can't even process that. Imagine how Austin would be without those bats. 20,000 tons of bats roaming around. And think about this. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds.
And if that's a lot of bats flapping around in the city, check out Bracken Cave, also in Texas, where over 20 million bats live, which is about the same number of bats as people living in Bangkok, Thailand.
There's from this, it seems like there's way more bats than there are people in Texas.
One of the most densely populated cities in the world. California became home to the world's first McDonald's restaurant in 1940 after brothers Richard and Maurice McDonald opened the first branch in San Bernardino. Now McDonald's has over 36,000 restaurants in 120 not to be outdone on the world megacorp
Wow.
stakes, Texas's ExxonMobil is the world's largest publicly traded oil and gas company and the world's 10th largest company by revenue. In 2014, Exxon was the Fortune 500's second most profitable company with a daily production of almost 4 million barrels of oil. And as we all probably know, the world's largest movie industry by revenue is based in California. How much revenue? Well, with a global box office forecast to increase from $38 billion to nearly $50 billion in 2020, Hollywood is set to see a healthy future indeed.
Jeez, I was under the impression that Hollywood was sort of like dying because of, like modern video technology, like we don't need to go to movies and all that. But wow, that's a ton. That's a lot of growth. Like $12 billion, that's a ton. Wait a minute. Oh, it is 2020. Oh my gosh, in 2 years. Okay, I think this video was made 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. 2 years ago. Wow. Took 2 years to increase the revenue by $12 billion. That's crazy. It's 2020 right now, so they have $50 billion. That's crazy.
$50 billion in 2020, Hollywood is set to see a healthy future indeed. Hollywood is home to the Oscars. However, the award statuette was actually named after the Texan Oscar Pierce.
Really?
He worked for the award committee, and when seeing the award for the first time, said, "That looks just like my Uncle Oscar," and so the statuette was named. California is the world's 5th largest supplier of food, with over 90% of the USA's supply of raisins, pomegranates, rice, peach.
The world's the world's 5th largest supplier in food. Dang. That's crazy. And just in one out of 50 other states, it's the 5th largest supplier of food. That's crazy.
Peaches, plums, and pistachios coming from there. It also exports tons of fruit juices and wine. Texas is all about petroleum, and if it were an independent...
Oh, 5th largest? Wow. Are you kidding me? That's a lot. That must be a ton of oil. 5th largest. Jeez, that like puts all those Middle Eastern nations to shame. That's crazy.
Nation, it would be the 5th largest oil-producing nation worldwide. Just 34 of Texas's 254 counties are without natural gas, and the Gulf of Mexico is one of the largest offshore drilling regions, producing 463 million barrels of crude oil in 2012 alone. California has the 4th highest cost of living.
It's crazy to think what would have happened if Texas never wanted to become independent. Mexico would have had way more land, especially because the Texas independence war caused another war later on, the Texan-American War, where Mexico lost even more land. And then they lost even more land because America bought some of their land. But it's crazy to think what would have happened if all that stuff would have never happened. Like, America would definitely not be in the position it is today. Like Mexico, they would have had a ton of oil. They would have been in such a good position.
At 132% of the national average, while Texas has...
But okay, that sounds stupid. That sounds stupid. I was gonna say, oh, is it the 4th largest in the world or just in the U.S.?
Has the 2nd lowest cost of living at 90%.
Wow. I don't know what I wonder what the actual lowest is and the highest is. It's probably like New York or something. I don't know.
California has a minimum wage of $8, while Texas has a $7.25 minimum wage. California was the first state to become a $1 trillion economy, and if it was a country, it would be the 6th largest in the world, surpassing France. Texas is home to the Bowie Night, named after Jim Bowie, and designed by his brother Resin. On the subject of self-protection, in 2015, the Texas legislature passed a bill to allow concealed handgun permit holders to begin to carry handguns openly, and in Gun Barrel City, Texas, whose motto is, "We shoot straight with you," Citizens are
Oh.
encouraged by legislation to carry a firearm.
Wait,
Like-
encouraged? Encouraged? Jeez. I mean, I live in Texas, and I don't have that experience. I've never seen anyone encourage anyone I know to get a gun.
Comparison, in California, the gun laws are among the most restrictive
Yeah.
in the United States. The gun death rate for California in 2013 was 7.89 per 100,000 citizens,
Okay,
compared with Texas
that was 2013. The numbers have changed, by the way. So, just want to point that out.
at 10 points.
And Texas, their gun rate is relatively low compared to other states, like extremely low.
It is still a hanging offense in Texas to steal or put any kind of markings on another person's cattle. It's also
Really?
illegal to strip naked in front of a dead body,
Wait,
or
what?
to let a
Why would you want to do that?
camel run loose on the beach.
What?
And in Los Angeles, where sunshine is guaranteed to the masses,
Oh no, guys, my camel, he's running towards the beach. I'm gonna get arrested. Oh god. What? I don't understand. Where do these laws come from?
it is illegal to throw a frisbee on the beach without first having sought permission from an official lifeguard. So, which state would you rather live in, Texas or California? Let us know.
Okay, well, that was a very interesting video. Thank you all for watching. I'm assuming everyone who's watching this is American. So tell me in the comments, which state do you think is better? I know which state is better, but yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of interesting facts. So make sure to check out the infographic show. They have some interesting videos. I'll put their original video in the description. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and goodbye.